You know that feeling when you check your bank account and your stomach just drops? You worked all week. You showed up. You did everything right. But somehow there's barely anything left, and you can't figure out where it all went. Here's the truth nobody tells you. There's a parasite living in your financial life, and every single day, it's eating your money before you even get a chance to use it. I'm not talking about some conspiracy theory. I'm talking about high-interest debt, credit cards, store cards, personal loans with rates that would make a loan shark blush. This isn't just costing you money, it's stealing your future. And today we're going to kill it. Picture this. You're running, fast, you're exhausted, your legs are burning. But when you look around, you haven't moved an inch. That's what debt does to you. It's a hamster wheel disguised as progress. The system is designed to keep you here. Banks don't make money when you're debt-free. They make money when you're trapped, paying them month after month after month. And the worst part, most people don't even realize they're stuck until they're completely exhausted. But here's the good news. You can step off the wheel today, right now. Now, I could spend the next 15 minutes blaming the credit card companies. I could rant about interest rates and predatory lending. I could point fingers at a broken system. And honestly, I'd be right. So instead, I want you to pick up a mirror. This isn't about shame. This isn't about blame. This is about taking back control. Because once you stop waiting for the system to change and start changing your own strategy, everything shifts. You stop being a victim of your finances and start being the person in charge. And that feeling, that's what real freedom tastes like. So here's the deal. There are two legendary strategies to destroy debt, two weapons that actually work. On one side, you've got the Avalanche Method. This is the mathematician's choice. Cold, calculated, efficient. It's built on pure logic, and it saves you the most money on paper. On the other side, there's the Snowball Method. This is the psychologist's choice. It's about momentum, quick wins, and keeping your motivation alive when things get tough. Because a perfect plan you quit after 2 months is worthless, but an imperfect plan you follow for 2 years, that changes your entire life. Let's break down both so you can choose your weapon. All right, let's talk about the Avalanche Method first. Imagine all your debts are stocked up like blocks, but these aren't normal blocks. Each one is labeled with an interest rate, 20%, 18%, 12%, 7%. With the Avalanche Method, you ignore the size of the debt. You don't care if it's 200 pounds or 20,000 pounds. All you care about is one thing: which debt is charging you the highest interest rate. That's your target. You make minimum payments on everything else, and you throw every spare penny you have at that high-interest monster at the top. Why? Because that 20% interest rate is like a vampire sucking your blood every night. The faster you kill it, the faster you stop bleeding money. Once that top debt is dead, you move to the next highest rate, then the next, like an avalanche rolling downhill, gathering power as you go. It's ruthlessly efficient, and mathematically, it's the absolute fastest way to become debt-free. Let me blow your mind for a second. When you pay off a credit card that charges 20% interest, you're not just saving money, you're essentially making money. Think about it like this. If I told you I had an investment that guaranteed you a 20% return with zero risk, you'd think I was lying, because that doesn't exist. Not in the stock market, not in real estate, nowhere. But paying off that credit card debt is a guaranteed 20% return. You're stopping the interest from eating your money. It's like earning money in reverse. So if someone ever tells you to invest before paying off credit card debt, they don't understand basic math. You can't beat a guaranteed return like that. Kill the debt first, then build your investment empire. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you've got 9,000 pounds in debt spread across a few different cards and loans. Using the Avalanche Method, attacking the highest interest rates first, you could wipe out that entire 9,000 pounds in just 21 months, less than 2 years. And the total interest you'd pay? about 613 pounds. Think about that. 600 quid to become completely debt-free in under 2 years. Suddenly, freedom doesn't seem so expensive, does it? The Avalanche Method is the champion on paper. It saves you time, it saves you money, and it gets you to the finish line faster than anything else. But here's the problem. We're not spreadsheets. We're not robots running calculations. We're human beings with feelings, fears, and bad days. You feel like you're climbing a mountain in the fog, and you can't see the top, so you stop climbing. This is where the Avalanche Method can backfire, because even though it's the fastest route, it doesn't feel fast when you're in the middle of it. And if the lack of visible progress makes you quit, you've already lost. That's the danger of pure logic. It ignores the fact that motivation is the fuel that keeps you going. Enter the Snowball Method. With the snowball, you flip the script completely. You ignore interest rates, you ignore the math. Instead, you focus on one thing, the smallest debt balance. Maybe it's a 200-pound store card, maybe it's a 350-pound medical bill, doesn't matter. You attack that small debt with everything you've got. And when it's gone, when you make that final payment and the balance hits zero, you feel something incredible. Victory. It's a psychological win. It's proof that you can do this, that debt isn't invincible, that you're not stuck forever. You take the money you were paying on that small debt and you roll it into the next smallest one. The snowball gets bigger, your confidence grows, and suddenly you're unstoppable. The Snowball Method isn't about math, it's about momentum, it's about keeping your fire alive. But let's be honest, the snowball costs you. Remember that 9,000-pound debt example? With the Snowball Method, paying off the smallest balances first instead of the highest interest rates, it takes you about 23 months instead of 21. And the total interest you'd pay, about 1,700 pounds. That's over 1,000 pounds more than the Avalanche Method, just for the privilege of feeling progress. But here's the counter-argument. If the Avalanche Method makes you feel so overwhelmed that you quit after 6 months, you've saved nothing. You're back to minimum payments and 20 more years of debt. 1,000 pounds is expensive, but giving up, that costs you everything. So here we are, the classic battle. Your brain says, choose the Avalanche, save money, be efficient, math wins. Your heart says, choose the snowball, stay motivated, feel progress, psychology wins. And honestly, both are right. Some of you are wired for logic. You love spreadsheets. You want to optimize every penny. The Avalanche is your soulmate. Others need wins. You need to feel momentum. You need to prove to yourself that change is possible. The snowball is your best friend. Neither one is wrong. The only wrong choice is doing nothing. So ask yourself right now, am I motivated by efficiency or by emotion? All right, I'll say it. If you can stick with it, the Avalanche Method is objectively the better choice. It saves you more money, it saves you more time, and it gets you to the investing stage faster, which is where real wealth is built. The Avalanche is the champion. It's the gold medal winner. It's the method that will make your future self the richest. But, and this is crucial, only if you actually do it. A perfect plan you abandon is worthless. Remember that. Here's the truth most finance influencers won't tell you. The best debt payoff method isn't the Avalanche, and it's not the snowball. It's the one you'll actually finish. I don't care if you use the Avalanche and save 1,000 pounds in interest. I don't care if you use the snowball and it takes you 2 extra months. What I care about is that 2 years from now, you're done. You're free. You're not still stuck making minimum payments and dreaming about a life without debt. Some people will sprint with the Avalanche. Others will win with the snowball's psychological momentum. Both will cross the finish line. The only people who lose are the ones who never start or who quit halfway. So pick your weapon based on what you know about yourself. Be honest, and then commit. Here's what the banks don't want you to know. They need you in debt. Their entire business model depends on you making minimum payments forever. They design credit cards to feel good, rewards points, cash back, fancy metal cards that make you feel rich while they drain you dry. The system wants you to stay asleep, to keep swiping, to keep paying. But the moment you wake up and choose the avalanche or the snowball, you become dangerous. You become someone they can't profit from anymore. And when you finally kill that lost debt, when you break those chains, you're not just free from payments, you're free to build the life you actually want, to invest, to travel, to breathe without anxiety. That's what this is really about, not spreadsheets, freedom. So right now you're standing at a crossroads. On one path, you've got the avalanche, the logical, mathematical, efficiency-driven beast that will save you the most money and time. On the other path, you've got the snowball, the psychological, momentum-building, confidence-boosting approach that keeps you motivated through the hard times. Both paths lead to the same destination, freedom. The only question is which one fits you. If you're a numbers person who gets fired up by optimization, grab the avalanche and don't look back. If you need quick wins and visible progress to stay in the fight, grab the snowball and start rolling. There's no judgment here. There's no right or wrong. There's only the choice to start. Here's what I want you to do today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Open your banking app. Look at all your debts. Write them down. If you're going avalanche, sort them by interest rate, highest to lowest. If you're going snowball, sort them by balance, smallest to largest. Now pick your target, that first debt you're going to destroy. Calculate how much extra you can throw at it this month. Even if it's just 20 quid, even if it's 50, doesn't matter. Set up the payment right now. Because that first attack, that's when everything changes. That's when you stop being a passenger in your financial life and become the driver. You're not just paying a bill, you're declaring war on the system that's been keeping you stuck. And here's the beautiful part. This isn't just about getting to zero debt. It's about what comes after. Once that last debt payment is gone, you suddenly have all this money freed up. Money that was going to the banks is now yours. And that's when you build your golden goose, your investment portfolio, the thing that pays you instead of you paying everyone else. Imagine waking up and checking your account, and instead of money disappearing, it's growing while you sleep, while you're at work, while you're on holiday. That's what wealth actually is. It's not flashy cars you can't afford. It's not designer clothes on credit. It's freedom. It's options. It's the ability to say no to things you don't want and yes to things you do. And it all starts with killing that debt parasite. I want you to picture something with me. It's 2 years from now. You're looking in the mirror, and the person staring at you is completely different. No debt, no anxiety, no checking your bank account with dread. That version of you, that future self, is already out there waiting for you. They're peaceful, they're wealthy, they're free. But they need you to make a decision today. They need you to choose the avalanche or the snowball. They need you to make that first payment. They need you to stop drifting and start attacking. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let them down. All right, here's what I want from you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, are you team avalanche or team snowball? Tell me which debt you're attacking first. Tell me your plan. Because when you write it down and put it out there, it becomes real. You become accountable. In this community, we're all here to support you. We're all fighting the same fight, and we're all going to win together. So choose your weapon, share your plan, and let's get to work. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. This journey isn't easy. There will be days when you're tempted to give up, when you want to swipe that card just one more time, when progress feels too slow. But you're not alone. There are millions of people climbing this same mountain right now, and every single one of them who reaches the top will tell you the same thing. It was worth it. So let's do this together. Choose your method, kill that debt, build your wealth. Your future is waiting. Let's go get it.